Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Tuck, the Drag Race Recap podcast by the Reality Rundown and Rundown Media. Today, it is a very special episode because not only am I, here with my amazing weekly co-host, which I'll get to, but most especially, the one and only Cynthia Fontaine is here.
Yes, hey, how are you guys? Hola.
What a moment. What a moment.
Hype. How are you, Cynthia?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Finally it's spring, so yes. All my flowers are out and the weather here in Austin, Texas is incredible. So
you're in Austin.
And yes, ooh, Austin, wow. Texas.
Love it.
Still here, baby.
Love it. Well, we are so happy to have you here. You are our first guest on The Tuck. So this is history in the making. This is history.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me guys here. We're going to have so much fun and we're going to have a lot of conversation. You better prepare.
Right.
Yes, let's get chatty, baby.
Right. Well, just like she said, let's get right to the mother tucking tea. First things first, make sure you guys subscribe to our podcast to stay updated with everything Drag Race. So make sure you guys go on Spotify, Apple Music. You can find our podcast anywhere, chat. Okay. We're going to start with last week. After a ton of lip sync eliminations, Jasmine Kennedy went home. What do you guys think? Cynthia, you can start.
Well, you know what? To be very honest with you, season 14 is a very interesting season.
Let's get to it.
I don't want to throw shade like too sooner, but let me tell you something. I spend my money on Miss Congeniality $5,000 prize, so I can be a little bit catty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And obviously I've been in two iconic seasons, season 8 and season 9. And it was a lot of talent and personality. Not me, but it was a lot of talent and personality. You know what I'm saying, honey? And season 14 is kind of interesting.
It is very interesting.
Interesting. The elimination with Jasmine Kennedy, it was a little bit unfortunate because everybody knew on the confessional she was very confident. I'm gonna slay this mother flower ass of everybody.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, she sashay away, and that happens. Sometimes that overconfidence overflow, and it can be a weapon against you towards your competition and whatever you're doing inside of the TV show, and it can be not on your favor. And sadly, that happens to her. But this is just the beginning of her career. She just come out as a transgender individual, which we congratulations, yes. And this is the beginning. There's so many opportunities. She's very talented, a great and amazing dancer. So I wish her the best.
Right.
And she had a great track record too on the show. She did really well for herself. I think she made like a staple of who Miss Jasmine Kennedy will be. So she's gonna soar, but again, that overconfidence, I think she allowed it to just get a little too cocky and not realize what was going on, baby. Like, wake up. This shit is the big league. Let's get it together now.
Stop talking and then stop acting and continue acting.
Right.
I also feel like the lip syncs definitely was a wake-up call for her to get better and for her to be like, okay, I really thought I got this. And if you're known for lip syncing and you lose all of them, then that means there's work to be done. So I also feel like she had that reflective moment. No, we're shady here, Cynthia.
Right.
We say the truth.
To be very honest with you, I mean, everybody knows what happened to me on the lip syncs for season 8 and season 9. So I just want to look cute and beautiful and lovely to take a shower today. I'm drinking my iced tea right now.
Yeah. What? Eli, Edward, any thoughts on Jasmine?
I agree with what we're all saying. I think she thought she was in her wheelhouse, and it just happens to be a moment where when you are in that area of we're expecting the best of the best, and you maybe gave it your all in the beginning, the second time, but that third one, not that she might have been winded, but it was like she started reading what the color of the song was calling for, and it was already too late.
I know.
So I think we're gonna see a lot more of Miss Kennedy, but this was her chance on season 14.
Right. I mean, well run to her. So Miss Kennedy, see you later, because I'm sure we'll see her again. Right. Moving on to the next day, Ru enters the workroom and announces...
Real quick, can I mention something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did y'all notice that long-ass message she left on the mirror? And she spelled Deja's name wrong.
She did?
Yeah.
She did. Yes.
Like, girl, oh my God, I cannot believe it. Not only did she talk a lot, but she took the time with that little ass lipstick.
You have to appreciate that at least
it's all like nubbed.
Right, it was like, but at the end, she's like,
always in character.
I mean, for me, it was hilarious that she just like filled out all the entire 2 mirrors of the workroom with her message because she's big mouth. You know, she likes to talk. Like, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very quiet. I'm very reserved. I don't know what I'm talking about. But in her case, you know, she talks a lot. So it was genius. That's part of her brand. But also, I have to call my lawyer because that was not notarized for her to mess up the name of that. Because I'm the one that messed up names on my sequence. Layla McQueen, King Shah, you know, Bailey. I mean, like
you are the trendsetter.
How can she take that away from you?
The doors that you open.
How can she take that away from you? What a disrespect.
Girl, give me a second. My lawyer is calling, honey. I'm gonna send you right now, but we're gonna have a conversation, maybe. Okay, let's continue.
Listen, the next day, Ru enters the workroom and he announces that the Maxi Challenge this week is going to be a rusical of Moulin Rouge, which I'm here for. I'm loving it.
Yes.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love a rusical. Those are my favorite episodes. What do you guys think about rusicals?
Go ahead, Raymond.
I am a rusical whore. Like, I look forward to these rusicals. I am ready. I'm all in, and I love that they're using a iconic play or movie. I was here for it. As soon as he said it, I was like, "Thank you, give it to me." But I was concerned because the girls of this season are not the best actresses, but they can do a number. So I was very interested to see what was they given. I was off rip a little bit worried about some girls, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, interested, looking forward to it. Let's talk about it.
Cynthia, are rusicals your favorite?
I love rusicals, believe it or not. You know, even if I was on the bottom for my rusical in Kim Kardashian. You know?
Oh my God, iconic.
Kardashian, but okay, I try, you know. But I think, like, you know, it can showcase a little bit like self-confidence on stage, how you embody your body language. I got the opportunity to study for musical theater, you know, back in the days, you know, and even if one of the girls of this season, it's not so enthusiastic about musical theater.
Right.
Later, honey.
Yeah.
Who might that be?
We're gonna get into that because also that's like a gay station.
She might be beautiful and your anyway. The thing is, like, you know, I like the musicals. There's some seasons that I was like, meh. But actually, to be very honest with you, like season 14, that is a season that is like a little bit difficult to watch.
Mm-hmm. And long.
This musical was absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
You know what? I'm going to be very honest with you. I think the main factor is that now we have a new musical producer. We have, like, you know, this guy is not Lucien Pinet. You know, sorry, but it's the truth, you know. He's more
bigger. We get better.
Yes. And he's more enthusiastic to bring a little bit more, like, you know, professionalism, you know, a little bit like more like a structure on the musical arrangements too as well. I don't know if you guys agree on that. And that's why this musical was very successful too.
Yeah.
The music this season in general has been way better than past seasons. So that's definitely something that needs to, like, I feel like everybody, I always see it on Twitter, like the music is so much better, even the lip sync. So definitely the musical was a great idea. As Ru tells the girls that, you know, the musical is this episode, he also tells them that they have to choose amongst themselves who's gonna have each part. And as he tells them that, there's already tension in the room, and like we saw, the big tension of the night, Lady Camden and Bosco.
Boom.
Thoughts.
Well, this season is very particular because everybody's fighting for parts.
Yes.
Season 8 and season 9. Well, for season 8, it was my first season. So we were equally like all sisters. When we had the opportunity for the Bitch Perfect, you know, that I lost my shoe. Ay, Dios mío, you know, and almost getting to RuPaul's wig on the panel of judges table. Embarrassing moment. I thought I was eliminated. But anyway.
Makes you iconic.
Yes, I know. We have a conversation. We get a good turn. You know, everybody tries to identify like characters. Like you're like more sassy. You are like a little bit more relaxing. That you're crazy. This is your character. Right. You know, I was a team captain for that one. You know, so it was very negotiable. But I see on this season that everybody like fight. Like I'm already like a little bit scary. They have Caesar or something, start cutting wigs over there, you know? Because it's not the first time I see the girls, even Deja Betty, that I love her. That
Yes.
bitch, she's carrying the season.
Yes,
Right,
she
right.
is giving what we want.
Betty was like fighting a couple of episodes ago for parts and like, I want to do this, I want to do that.
As you
But,
should. As
yeah,
a girl should. That's what
I
you need to
mean,
be doing.
you're competing. You have to
Right.
do whatever it takes. If you feel comfortable with a character, with a role in a specific challenge, just go for it.
Right.
You know, and it happens to me. I was very confident. Like I feel Kim Kardashian. It was looking more than Celine Dion in you know, in anorexia. And I don't slay, I fail, but I fail with confidence. And
Period.
you know what
Hello.
I mean?
Absolutely.
Which with
Right.
Bosco, I think the development of the role, she didn't do wrong. She did cute. It was just only like all of them were super good, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also
right,
the
right,
thing
right.
is, the
You know?
thing is that when you are in the workroom and you are, you know, talking about the roles, and there's two queens that want the same role, and you're going kind of at it, just like Lady told Bosco, she literally said, "Yo, you better kill this shit, because if you don't kill this shit, like I will mop the floor with you."
Right.
So when there is that
I will
like
kill
going
you.
back and forth, you have to bring it, and Bosco
Right.
didn't bring it.
No.
So
True. True.
say what you gotta say, you know.
Right.
All the queens decided to take a vote on it, which, you know, was like, okay,
What,
like
what was your thoughts on that? Should they have voted, or should they have like seen what they were, kind of like a mini audition?
You know, like I don't know, you guys remember like last season, it was the Chicago Latina
Oh,
fighting.
Denali and Rose, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
And what they did, like the team
they put them on
captains
the
say, like,
spot.
okay,
Yeah.
you guys feel confident, you want the same role, okay, you both are gonna be like executing right now, you're gonna audition
Right.
in
Right.
front of the group, and let's see like the best one, like, you know, and that's how everybody vote after, and they say like,
Yeah.
hey, you should get this character, honey, and that's how, like, you know,
Right.
this season doesn't happen that way.
No.
And it was like this back and forward kitty cat fight. And I
Cutthroat.
was like, girl, just audition in front of the group. I mean,
Right. They should have just done that. And they
But
could've been
Cynthia, I agree with
get
you.
that in, know.
Go ahead, Eli.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Cynthia, I agree with you. I don't think Bosco did horrible. I feel like just the other girls did so well. I feel like, especially Lady Camden, she really stole the show, you know.
Yeah.
And I think people, just because of that rivalry the two had, people were expecting Bosco to bring like 1,000, and because Lady Camden brought 1,000, you know, and Bosco didn't, it just seemed like Bosco fell extremely behind, even though she didn't really do horrible, but. Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of pressure on Bosco, and I'm sure Bosco felt it.
Yeah.
So she did good, but just not as well as some of the other ladies. And so for
I
that,
feel
you know,
like-
she kind of fell short during the challenge.
It's
I
not
feel like
giving.
these girls need to understand in musicals, you're not giving yourself, you're giving like the role. So I feel like
Right.
Bosco gave Bosco trying
Right.
to do the role, but Lady Camden
part.
was living the role and was giving the theatrics.
Oh my
of
God, like the
musical.
facial expressions. Yeah, it was
Everything.
the
From head to
little
toe.
goatee, like the makeup,
Yes.
everything. And you know, I
Everything.
love what she said when on the confessionaries after, like, you know what, girl, Bosco, just get your role, whatever. I don't give an F.
Right.
She said, you know
Right.
what? Even if the character that it wasn't the character that I want to do because she wants to be Saltine, she said, like, guess what? I'm gonna fucking slay. And I love
Period.
that attitude.
That's how it
And
has to be.
I mean, you guys know the rest, you know what I'm saying? So
Period.
you are competing over there. There's a lot of pressure. Guys, let me tell you, like filming the TV show, you wake up at 5:45 a.m. in the morning, you go to bed almost at midnight because
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
whole day of filming.
Wow.
So sometimes to make those decisions, it's just only like 5 minutes
Right.
to make a decision of what is going to be your role. Like, and then you have to fight with other bitches that have like biggest personalities and character too as well in that workroom in order that you can survive and you can stand out and you can be
Right.
visible to the panel of judges.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's all this pressure, like
Yeah.
I need to do good. And then all these girls already, they are programmed. They reboot themselves already, honey.
Right.
Reboot.
Yeah.
To go over there and I need to win challenges. I win to do this in order that I can get far in the show, top 4, top 5, you know?
Right.
There's
Right.
a lot of pressure. So for
For
Lady
sure.
Camden to say, like, be the big person and like, you know what, girl, just get your role because I'm gonna slay on mine and we know the rest what happened.
Right.
That was a really good decision for her and
Yeah.
become for her favor.
And I
agree.
think 100% worked in her favor because I couldn't see Lady Camden doing the saltine number. I couldn't envision it. I felt like the role that she ended up getting fit her perfectly, and
Mhm.
she did. Oh my God, amazing,
Right.
amazing. I think it worked out for her.
I kind of have a question for you, Cynthia. So let's say it was the other way around and Ru would have given one of the girls, whether either like whoever won last week, the power of choosing the roles. Do you think that when you have the power to choose the roles, do you think that it's better to be like a sister's girl and like give everybody their strong roles? Or do you think it's more convenient, or is it better to be a little bit more convenient and play the game and kind of like, if you know this person is bad
Strategize.
at acting, give them the biggest role type of thing? Like, how do you feel about that?
You know what? To answer your question, Wellington, fuck girls. Because sometimes you try to be diplomatic and you try to be like, okay, my strategy, I try to be diplomatic, United Nations, world peace, and everybody like try to get the role accordingly to the personality and character. But then at the end of the day, you never know, and it's not on your favor.
And then you're the one that gets fucked, I feel
Exactly.
It's what happened with Alexis Michelle on season 9 for the Rusical for the Kardashians.
Right.
You give me the Kardashians, and I'm like, girl. And we had a conversation over there, like, why you give me the Kardashians? Did I look at her? Oh, because you can be cook and you can take advantage of that. I'm like, they just eliminate Kim Kardashian from this season like 3 episodes ago. That bitch is Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Kardashian. It's not like doing a good job on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I also feel like
answering your question, like Alexis Michelle is the same like point of view that I have if I get the opportunity to return back to the show. I'm gonna challenge my sisters to get characters that challenge themselves in order that they don't have like those qualities of the role to see they can execute the roles correctly or right or wrong.
Yeah, I think I would also do like, this is our season, so we need to give this season, right? So I would give the girls the roles that I know that they would excel in, so that we can put on a fucking number and soar together, you know?
Yeah. All right, Mom, you just stole my crown on Miss Congeniality. I love you so very much.
Heavy is the crown. Heavy is the crown.
Well, the girls performed, and like we said, it was a beautiful show. Who do you think did the best in the Rusical? Cynthia, you can start.
Like the best one for me.
The best one, Lady Camden.
But also my other like honorable mentions are people were criticizing Willow Pill, but I like Willow Pill what she did.
I like what she did. I think it was in character.
It was
The only thing it was like maybe probably the dancing was not synchronized because everybody knows she's chill. She already have on her hormones this cannabis, retracting cannabis, a slow kind of energy, and she's like this cool, the chill girl, But I think like she did great. Actually, like the part that she had, and one of the panel judges were saying like she did not met or exceed the expectations for the character. I disagree. I think like I saw her standing out. I like her. The lip sync was so good. I love her facial expressions. She was on it, And then like when she was on fast forward, like doing, it was like crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm playing Mario Bros again, and she hit the start and ding, was like, I don't know, but it was good. And another one that I like. It was Deja.
Deja. Yes, I was waiting.
Deja or Deja?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Okay, yeah.
But Deja is a star, honey. She get that,
she did like
part.
We've been hard on Deja on this podcast because
hard.
Okay, now everybody wants to retract.
Everybody wants to be Miss Congeniality.
Everybody wants to be nice.
Because Cynthia's here.
We do be showing her up.
The bottoms, baby.
Listen,
not the bottoms.
Not the bottoms.
Bottoms versus tops.
I definitely been hard on Deja because I feel like at the beginning she was not giving, but in the last 2 weeks she has been doing good. And
Yeah.
at this musical, she did her thing, and she kept up with the lip sync. She kept up with the choreography. She
She looked
did it
sexy
all.
too within the rap. I was like,
I
oh, it's one of those moments
She
that like makes you move
ate
up
for
on your
me.
seat, like, oh shit, like this is good.
I was
Right.
pleasantly surprised. She ate. She looked good. And one thing about Deja that I always gave to her, I always gave her flowers because the body is always right. That
That is
body
Wow,
is
true.
you
always
have.
put together, structured, proportions, gorgeous all the time. And she ate. I'm sorry, she ate. She was definitely like a top for me on
You
this
know, to be
episode.
very honest with you, with Deja, I love her. I met her before. Actually, we had the opportunity to perform together. I visited her city, and she was asking me for questions and advice about like how to do the audition tape. Every place that I go, if I have one of the girls and they have the opportunity to ask me questions about the audition tape, I always like to encourage every single entertainer in the planet, in the universe,
Right.
to audition for the show because the show is a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I respect Deja so much because she's very talented. And also,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something, you know, I'm going a little bit into the personality and character and the way that she's so talented. There's no question the bitch is talented. I'm so
Right.
sorry.
Absolutely.
She is. Even the first time that she got the opportunity to lip sync, people is
8.
forgetting that she's the first lip sync assassin of season 14 of Drag
Yes,
Race.
she ate.
She ate that
Yeah,
lip
that's
sync. You know
one.
what I'm saying? But also, I'm gonna say something about her fashion. People is criticizing her fashion is not at the same level as the other girls.
Uh-huh.
Honey, the bitch sew everything. But she do everything. She designed
You would say
everything.
that.
If this is not a Dairy Berry season 8, like I am everything I am. No, honey. The clap the cowboy look that she had for the claps, you know, runway. She designed that
chaps?
the
Yeah, yeah.
night before. She did not sleep. She took the production let her take the sewing machine. She went to her hotel room. She did not sleep because it was another look that it was conflicted because she used already like the wedding look and it was a very similar look. She said like, no, I need a new look. And she designed that in 4 hours, honey.
Wow.
Oh,
And she
okay.
is bringing
Cynthia,
that
yeah.
nostalgia of the logo, like, you know, the first seasons of Drag Race.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
that you have to do
Yeah.
everything by yourself, crafted, you know.
That hunger.
Yeah.
I think that people is forgetting about that, you know. It's sad because now we have the opportunity to see my new sisters. They have a lot of beautiful queer designers, which an applause to all of them, beautiful group of people that designs and everything. But the original, you know, seasons of Drag Race, the OG, the first one,
They
you
were
have
their
to do
own
everything
team.
by yourself on the work.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
can ask
Right,
Alexis
yeah.
Mateo, you can ask Raja. In season 3, they have to design everything of the
Of course.
workroom. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
she's bringing back that
Yeah.
nostalgia of that craftiness and that creativity that really it defined the drag of artistry of
Yeah.
entertainment. You know,
Right.
so I
Yeah.
applaud her for that.
Yeah.
That's true, and also I
Yeah,
think that
Cynthia, I'm
also
so
says a lot
Representation.
about like the accessibility that some of the queens have as well to be able to do all these grand looks and all this stuff. So I appreciate that perspective because I think a lot of the times because of how progressed Drag Race has become that we forget that the roots, what it used to be. You know, now we have this
Yeah.
whole glorified and like fantasized idea of what Drag Race should be and serving looks and glitz and glamour, but it's no, these girls back in the day were in there in the sewing room making their own gowns right before the night before they were going on the runway. That's what Drag Race was, and that's what, you know, that's the foundation. So I appreciate that. I think I needed that humbling, and I think that gives me a different eye on Deja now.
Right, right. Eli, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, no, I wanted to thank Cynthia for that perspective because, like Wellington said, we have been hard on, you know, Deja this entire time. But for you to like give us that inside look, and you know, it's easy to go out and spend $5,000 on a dress and come out and look boom and look good. But when you put the blood, sweat, and tears into making like your own art and coming out there and you're wearing it with pride and confidence, you know, it takes a lot of heart. And so thank you for that because, you know, like Raymond said, I feel humbled myself to know, like, I'll appreciate going forward. Wow, you know, I'll look at it in a much better perspective, in a much better
There
way.
are some looks though I would be like,
Thank you. Because
I listen, that was
Mirror,
cute. That was cute. That was cute. And yeah, shout out to the queens for cooking up their stuff. But baby, it still gotta look right on the runway, okay?
right.
And sometimes
I
it
agree with
didn't.
you.
And sometimes it didn't always look right. So while I appreciate hours and hours of work, I'm gonna need it to still look right on the runway. With that said, let's get into the runway, which category is mirror, mirror. First and foremost, we're gonna start with Willow Pill. Willow Pill is giving us this 4th of July moment that we see on the screen. Thoughts on Willow?
Gave us Katy Perry. It was cute. I understand where you could get the concept of mirror, but I didn't get it either. It really just took me to 4th of July off rip.
Right.
But when we talk about how how it looks on her, the hair, I think it's a dope concept. But not for me.
I don't know. I'm thinking, like, did any of these girls look in the mirror before they stepped out? Because I don't feel any of them really went with the theme for the most part. And I feel like, although the outfit is cute, like, I want to, like, category is mirror, right now, not throw on whatever the fuck you want to throw on and leave the house, or throw on some metallic shit and leave. Like,
category was mirror, not. Literally, I'm like, we were watching the show together, and I'm like, category is mirror, not Metallica, silver, like
aluminum foil.
Some of the girls.
If you put all the girls together, you would never know what the theme was. They all had something different going on, and although they looked great, you know what I mean. They all look great, and I won't take that away from them. They just didn't follow the theme. You know, that's what I'm looking for. I'm like, wait a second, are we like on the same page? Did they mess up with the episode or something? Because I don't know, but she looks good.
I don't know. I feel like it reminds me too much of that look that she had with the 2 hands behind her. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you need to be aware of
the wedgie look.
Yeah, like the wedgie look. Like you gotta kind of like diversify your proportions a little bit. But again, I don't really see the reflectiveness. I mean, I guess I don't know.
But it's also Willow. I love Willow.
This would have looked better if it was on that
don't be biased.
That would have looked nice.
You're right. You got me there.
Cynthia, what do you think? Do you love? Do you live? Do you die?
So this is my 2 cents opinion.
Not die.
And you guys know, I was on the bottom for runways and style and fashion, so my fashion is trash. But I don't care. I'm not competing.
You got better though. You got better.
No.
Well, you know what?
Not better. You were never bad.
And you never know in the future if I'm gonna look amazing. But let's continue, honey. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with her. I like that she's bringing a lot of like new, great, like, reference for early 2000s. In her look, it's like very exciting because edgy and punk at the same time. And I appreciate all the reference and everything. But when they said it's mirror, the category, and I agree with Wellington, it's mirror, no blurry.
Right.
I want to see mirrors. I don't want to see mirrors in español espejo. Right. I want to see that reflection. You know what I'm saying? And bringing a 4-way spandex, metallic fabric, and say like, it reflects. Bitch, I can see my face over there on the pants, or even on the top.
Like, can I see myself?
Exactly. I need to see even if I have Shangela's boogers in my nose. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, like, beautiful. I agree with Ally that it's beautiful. She looks amazing. But she made the expectations of what they were asking. Mirror, absolutely not. So for me, that's a no. It's like, whoop, she looks beautiful. She looks gorgeous, beautiful. But, it's a no.
Another category.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get into someone that I believe got the memo, and that was Lady Camden. She showed up on the runway wearing this like mischievous like bodysuit that was very like, like mysterious and sensual, and like mirrors coming across from her face. I personally didn't love the bodysuit aspect, but it was category. It definitely was the category, and she looked how she was supposed to look. I just personally don't like bodysuits, and I don't think that. I feel like there could be a little too simplistic sometimes.
I don't know how to feel. I feel like she didn't finish. Like the top blazer and like everything from waist up gorgeous, but then towards the bottom is like, oh, did you forget? Like, baby, stone those tights. Can you like? I don't know. It's cute. It's good. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. It's better than.
I'm very surprised by this.
I don't know. I just feel like she didn't finish. Look, she didn't finish.
I thought she looked great.
I think
Oh,
the
wow.
makeup looks
If you're gonna
amazing.
rock a pantsuit, I feel like if she was gonna, I'm sorry, not, hold on. If you're gonna rock a motherfucking pantsuit, it needs to not be a blazer top and then tights at the bottom. No, baby, give me my fucking slacks that sit there and fit your body, and then stone it up a little bit. You know, I don't think it looked together for me. But
Wow.
the mug is great though, and she did category, so I will give her that.
Was
That's
category met?
my.
Absolutely. The pants, they lose me. It gives me a little bit of Elsa on ice, which I would definitely go and see if it's Lady
It's giving
Camden.
me Jack
But the
Frost.
makeup is beautiful. I do think she looks a little bit unfinished, but it's just the pants. That's about it. If she would have given me some tulle around that hoe or made it
Right.
reflective somehow, some way, I don't know.
Right.
I get Ice Princess, but it's cute. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
I won't top it.
Ooh, shy. Ooh, she's
Eli,
not-
what do you think, Eli?
Well, oh,
Yeah, I think I have to. No, you know what, Cynthia? Go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No, I'm. No,
Imagine
don't
the production
apologize.
of Drag Race on season 8 and season 9, like shut my mouth all the time because we cannot.
You were the Jasmine Kennedy.
I was, but the good thing is that
Not
nobody
the
can
Jasmine.
understand any shit what I was saying.
Period.
And then I throw like my shade, like internalized shade in Spanish. And it was a therapy, a relief. I'm like, bitch, pendeja, canto de cabrona, you know, but nobody understands anything that I'm saying. And then when I see that, what do you say? Oh, I love you so very much.
I love you.
And I was losing disguise on my language, honey.
Oh my God. I
That
That was
cannot.
honestly iconic. Watching you like have your little tantrums in Spanish and nobody knew what the fuck you were saying was so hilarious to me.
Girl, and I was not the only one, honey. Valentina have her moments.
Right.
Oh my
right.
God,
And
yeah.
Valentina, your case, she's like, oh, yes, I'm just talking with my drag mom, aka La Virgen de Guadalupe. She's giving me peace to my soul. I was like, no, bitch. You were figuring out your strategy, who you're going to like throw out under the bus on the next episode. Okay.
Yeah, she's too much.
For me, Lady Camden, first of all, the inspiration of this look, if you look online and you see the illustrations, is based on the book The Little Prince.
Okay.
It's exactly the head and the idea and the concept is exactly as it's so similar as the same as the original illustration for The Little Prince, the book, the fairy tale.
Yes.
I applaud her for that. If you like it right now, if you Google it, baby, Google it. Category is Google it drag, okay?
Yeah.
It's like it's specific. However, I agree with you guys. You know, sometimes go simplistic because you feel the look is gonna be safe. It can be against you, and it happens to me. You have to go big. I do believe, I don't want to say it's incomplete, like Ramon was saying and Edward, you know. I think there's missing something because the blazer is very constructed. I love the idea of all all the cuts of the paper mirror that she utilized for all the head and actually for, the neck and everything. Yeah. But I think the pants, she should like put all the mirror, the shit out of those pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All the way down. So when she's walking on the runway, that runway over there, it have like 75 lights on you.
Right.
That look, so you have to go all the way. You cannot miss any details. If not, it's gonna look like for some incomplete, for some it's like, she's just wearing pants and a blazer, aka she's gonna have like a Layla McQueen moment. So we don't want, but I think like she met the expectations for Mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
The only problem that I have is just only, the pants. Right. I think like maybe probably like some like she can use the Freddie Mercury palazzos. Then I fill it out those ones with mirror, and we have like a high couture blazer palazzo moment pants.
Right. Yes. Oh my God.
You said it.
I would have
given.
said it.
Wellington, before we move on, I have a quick
ahead.
question for Cynthia. So since we're talking about ways, Cynthia, what are the emotions you feel as you're walking down? Are you excited? Do you feel like, are you hot? Because all those lights are on you. Like, what do you feel?
Like, how does it feel to be on that runway?
Well, let me tell you, I'm going into like technical, a little bit technical, terms for studio TV and all the stuff. The studio in general, the
Yeah.
temperature, it can be probably like 50 to 49 degrees.
Oh,
It have to be that way because the
Oh.
intelligent lights on the runway that are like 27, they can overheat the studio almost to 127 Fahrenheit degree on the studio. So it that have to create a balance in order that they don't have a burnout of the lights. That's why you see all the girls on
Right,
the
okay.
confectionaries and also on top with, they have
things on top.
jackets,
Yeah.
they have like bathrobes, even like they kill a bear, they put it on top, like Ginger
Right.
All Stars, things like that. So that being said, when you go to the runway, you have to film the runway twice. The first
Okay.
runway, it's with music. Give it to the runway, and they warn you, just follow the rhythm of whatever you're gonna do because we're gonna overpose and edit it over the music. So it seems like you're like on the same pace as the
Right.
music that they are playing
Mm,
at the moment that you do the
Right.
first run. The
gotcha.
second runway is the most awkward because it's with no music.
Oh my
And
God.
it's RuPaul and the panel of judges throwing shade at you, aka all the cute comments that they do
Right.
to you. And let me tell you,
Oh
they
my
have to
gosh.
stop a couple of times with me because Carson Kressley is one of the funniest ones.
can
Like
only
he throws
imagine.
shade like nobody else in the
Yes.
planet. And when I was doing the sexy lace runway on season 9 that I have leather, I missed the assignment, but I look good and I show my he says something so funny, like, oh my God, I think everybody is crazy for cuckoo, streetwalker.com. And I was walking, and it's like the second filming, and I just fall laughing on the middle on the stage. Everybody was laughing with me. We need like 5 minutes. Okay, Cynthia, we need to do this back again. Just try to make sure you don't listen
Oh
to
my.
us because we're going crazy. Because you walk literally with no music, and it's all of them. Woo,
Oh,
Cynthia, we
wow.
hey,
Wow.
come on, the Cuckoo Galaxy, Vanity Cuckoo,
Wow.
and it's, and they combine, that's what sound editing goes, and they combine all the sound and, environment from all the panel judges with the microphone saying comments towards you, and then the music together. And that's how they make the magic of the runway,
Right.
Wow.
You have to do it twice.
Okay.
You have to make sure that you do it right. If not, if you fall, like Diabetes, what happened, that's the runway that they're gonna show on the
Right,
TV.
right.
Because these people is looking
Yeah.
for Emmys and
Oh
People's
wow.
Choice Awards. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
those
Not
moments are
the
particular for them,
Oscar.
like, ooh, let's make magic TV. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of tension. And then, like, when you're doing the second part that is with no music, is the awkward one. Because you hear them,
Okay.
making the funny comments, but also the
Mm.
production is like, so they are already jamming and putting it structured in it. This is what's going on, and you're like feeling
Okay.
the music in your head. And when you get out of that runway, you're like, did I just fucked up or I did good?
Right. Oh my gosh. That's
So the
Uh-huh.
crazy.
feeling is a little bit
Yeah.
of tension because you want to give the best look and give
Yeah.
the greatest story for the looks that you're using on that category for the runway on that specific or
Right.
particular episode. But, for me, it was a little bit of tension, but at the same time, it was funny because I laugh.
Okay, good.
Even my
That's
fairly
That's
lady
awesome.
look, my white look for season 9, I was laughing my ass off. I turn around, I'm like, because Ross Matthews says something so funny, like, "Ooh, she got Audrey Hepburn all the weight on her cuckoo." I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, I'm sorry.
Not to be played with.
I need to win
Cuckoo.
this, even if I don't want,
Right. No, I can only imagine how much it is to walk down that runway, child. Well,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
let's get into the next look. So we have Angeria Paris Van Michaels. She's giving us a blue moment. Very pageant, very Atlanta drag. What do you guys think? I honestly did not live. I think that it missed the mark. I think that was a mirror. No, I saw blue. I didn't see reflection. A mirror reflects. A mirror you can see yourself through. I know that it was a some type of like deviation of something. No, it did not hit the mark for me.
I liked it. I just didn't like that the other side was kind of like the sheer see-through. I wish
Mm.
the whole thing was covered in that material, whether it's not fully reflective as in mirror. I get the illusion, and I wish the illusion went, 360 all around. But
Right.
I lived. I lived.
I mean, it's a quiet set here, so I guess that nobody really lived outside.
Like it's like lowercase lived. It's not like all capitalized. It's like okay, like she brought, I like
You're
it.
alive.
Angeria is scaring me because I feel like the queens that do so good in the beginning, they always tend to like, ooh, what's going on? And I feel like Angeria has been doing that for me lately. She
The
has been
Olivia
letting me
Lux
down.
effect.
The Olivia Lux effect. Doing so good, and then out of nowhere,
That
you're
part.
just like, oh wait, hold on, what the fuck was this? Look, what the
What
fuck
the
was this?
I
Oh my
hate it.
god!
Oh, her hair
I don't
looks
even
nice.
know. Like, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. Also, what is so hard about mirrors? Mirrors.
I'm telling
What
y'all,
is
we
so
always
hard?
Yeah, but then if everybody would have came out with mirrors, we would have been like, y'all took it too literal.
What? There's so many things you can
No.
do.
At least
oh
you.
my god!
I
cannot
feel like
believe
sometimes
The
they
girls
don't
are hot.
understand. They don't understand that like if you take it too far from the category, you might fall too low. Like you might fall too behind. Like
Yeah.
you can't do too outside of the category. However, when you do something that it's creative within the category, then that works because we can see your creativeness. But if it's like I don't know, Cynthia, what do you think about this look? Did you like it?
Continue at Li. I totally understand what you're saying. Sometimes the fan base of Drag Race is difficult to please.
Right.
And sometimes you have an expectation of oh Wellington. Ooh, I'll see point fingers. Okay.
I'm the biggest critic.
And the thing is, like I try to understand. Like, I understand. I've been there twice. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have a concept. You try to execute the concept on stage. Actually, way before the TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's so many looks. For example, for season 9, they asked for us 37 different looks, 37 different like wigs, hairstyle. You have to bring like more than 30 different pairs of shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's just only 5 suitcase each, 150 pounds each. If you overpass the weight limit, they're gonna take items out. You're not able to use them during the filming of the show.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stress, and there's always one freaking look that you say like, let me go kind of safe, and then like that look is the one that put you on the bottom. Or that look is the one that put you like on the spot, like, oh girl, no mija, no. You know what I'm saying? So I understand completely what you're saying. I really respect what you're saying because sometimes going mirror and going literal, like, okay, where's the creativity? But at the other hand, you have to go and play your A game because you are on RuPaul Drag Race. The panel of judges, believe it or not, guys, they have I don't have it here, but it's like a humongous, it's an iPad, huge. And let me tell you guys, they look the looks. Prior the runways, they take pictures. Those are the pictures that on other seasons is like a green screen, and you will see them when you are like already like whatever are the bottoms and the top. You will see them raising those iPads and with electronic pencils start like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like. They really judge you.
Oh wow.
They really do. They really do. Like people say like, oh my God, I cannot believe that. No, there's preference. No. They really judge you. And even like for each judge to judge you, it takes like 15 to 20 minutes. So you can be standing over there for a while, honey. Yes.
No wonder
So
they'd be
the
looking
thing is,
tired.
like, if you are going to Drag Race, and this is an advice that I give to all the entertainers that have the opportunity and your fans that follow this podcast, you guys, please just meet the expectations of the runway because you never know. One simple detail can bring you to the bottom, and then that can be for you to get eliminated of the show.
Right.
So sadly, we have to do it that way because conceptual teams, not everybody understand them. Yeah. And for example, Michelle Visage, she hate when the girl have to explain like this is the concept.
Right.
And then she said like, you know what? I totally don't get it at the beginning, like what you're saying right now, the story, and I hate it, still hate it. So sadly, we have to be a little bit more literal that we like in order that we can survive in the competition and maybe probably on that challenge or won that episode,
Right.
In the case of Angeria, my Angie, I love her so very much.
Yes,
I think this is the same look that she packed on her 5 suitcases, 50 pounds each.
I'm
You
just
know,
like,
and she maybe probably did not
child.
expect to wear this. You know what I'm saying? And I know the application she buy this, but anyway, we're not going to talk about it. You know, I mean, you have just only 2 weeks to prepare for the TV show and bring like almost like 40 looks to wear in all the entire filming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not justifying, you know, but I'm explaining to you guys the behind the scenes what happened,
Right.
you know, so people can get to see like a little
Of
bit the challenges
course.
and the struggles and the obstacles that us, the competitors,
Right.
you know, entertainers face to go to the show.
Of course.
However, I agree with Wellington. One more time. It was mirror. It wasn't like holographic look. It was a holographic
Right.
display because it
Bingo.
was holographic,
That was the
beautiful
perfect
piece,
word. The
all the
perfect
way
word.
from the piece to the dress. But this is mirror. Let me tell you, guys, imagine this just only mirrors,
Right.
which was late.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It would have been it.
If the blue was mirrors, it would have been killer. And I think that's
Right.
where she missed the mark. But another person that also missed the mark, baby,
But look beautiful.
Bosco.
The uniform.
Bosco. For me, it was the three. You know how we've gone like 80,000 weeks on this show already this season? It's also the 80,000th time that Bosco has worn panties.
Did you just not hear her? 5 suitcases, 50 pounds. She said, I'm packing light, bitch. I got
Five
right
suitcases,
bra.
50 pounds, and you brought all panties and bras?
That's the uniform, babe.
Bitch, I think she packed just only from the 5 suitcase too, and the rest is for all the Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup that is used on the wardrobe, honey.
Shay.
Let me tell you, and I learned this since the first seasons of Drag Race. Carmen Carrera, don't rely on your body.
Right.
Come
Well,
on. That's like Drag Race
Right.
101.
It's in the Bible.
Girl, like it's on. You can watch all of them only on Paramount Plus. But let me tell you, like, do your research, honey. Do your research, and that happens to me too. I made that mistake too. You know, with a couple of like looks and everything. Like you are going
love
to
to show off your little cuckoo.
yeah,
on your
especially
season.
you know, to be very honest with you, talking about the business, you know, back in the days used to be on Logo TV network, and then it jumped into a bigger, extremely network as VH1.
Right.
And now you see the girls spending their money, calling 75 friends, calling like even like Gucci, Marc Jacobs. Hey, I need designs. Got me, Rose. You have Simone. Like you have to bring your A game always. And this happened again with Bosco. Bosco thought, I have a beautiful cuckoo, because she has. The look, I know the inspiration. Is this like 1980s, like, you know, illustrator, like this Asian design, like it's gorgeous. Combined with Thierry Mugler, rest in peace. Oh, I love him. But the thing is, like, you cannot rely always on that because it can be repetitive.
Yeah.
And that's what is happening with her. I think we know already her aesthetic because like 3 episodes ago, she's wearing the same like waist cincher, you know, different hair and different concept where we see the same. So that's why another honey, I feel like Auntie Cuckoo is ready to give advice to all these girls, children of the corner of drag.
learn.
Going to audition to the show. Try to diversify your brand in order that you have enough variety of looks to present on the main stage of Drag Race, and you can slay the competition.
And this is not a variation of anything. This is not like, I am so sorry.
It's
not
different
only
from branding.
not only do you bomb the challenge, then you dare step on that stage looking like that. And then another thing that is like, the judges have been on you about this, and it's not reflective. It's very gladiator, superwoman, Amazonian. It could be Versace, it could be whatever you want to be, but it's not mirror. It's not mirror.
I saw this before. You know, with all due respect, well, better executor by Detox. You know, on All Star season 2. You know, like it's just like also you have to bring. It's hard because it's almost like 2075 of bitches already. We've been on the show, and you have to bring something new to the table. So you have to look the strategy. Try to strategize yourself.
It is a lot.
Or you can bring something different, and
Yeah.
he stick to her brand so badly.
Yeah.
And sadly, it's showing, and
Right.
it missed the mark too. Where's the mirrors? Wellington. ¿Dónde
Right.
están los espejos en
No,
Spanish? Where's the mirrors?
no entiendo. No entiendo.
Such a letdown.
Oh,
Listen.
bro,
So another one that was giving us a Metallica moment, rock and roll, girl, child.
I lived.
You lived?
I lived.
We're talking about diabetes. We're talking about diabetes. Tell us how.
I live because I like we.
I don't want to live the life.
Michelle always says. Michelle always says that she doesn't want to have to think too hard about your concept. The concept was there. She was channeling Kiss, and also it's reflective. It's
channeling mirror.
Mirror. I see. We don't have.
I think
concrete like mirror pieces on here. Let me finish. We don't have the concrete mirror pieces on her, but she's giving reflective. She's not giving no metallic. She's giving.
I'm going to help you today.
Cynthia, you still think he's Miss Congeniality?
Situation in the house right now.
Because I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I like that, and I
that makes fun of you.
I feel like Daya.
It was cute for Halloween, maybe not for the runway.
I do think it's on brands because she is that edgy girl. But the only thing that took away from me was that cape or that like extra fabric in the back. I just wish if that would have been something more shiny, I would have been like, oh, okay. But
I'll give you that. And maybe the inside was reflective, but also I would have appreciated the cape to be like touching the floor, give it the extra like. But I think she did it for me. She did it for me, and I don't want to hear it.
So now, Cynthia, what do you think about Daya?
Let me tell you, Diabetes, like I said before, she's carrying the season. She is that bitch. She is talking when she don't like anything. She's fighting for her characters when she wants to fight for something. It works on her favor in one of the episode that she won one of the challenges, and I applaud her for that. She's trying to stand out of the House of Method, house. Because everybody knows, like she's part, like Crystal Method,
Yes,
she's one of her mentors, it's huge pressure that she have right now so far.
Yeah.
This look is sickening, honey. This look, like even it's giving me all stars. To be very honest with you,
she gave.
This look is like she's giving me Kiss. Like people were saying, like she's giving me a little bit of Gottmik, girl. Not everybody that wears like white face makeup is Gottmik. Okay,
right.
However, Ramon. I love you. Where's the mirror? And I agree with Edward too and Eli. I think the cape, I know, it's gorgeous. Don't take me wrong, it's gorgeous. But if she add the element on the cape more longer, and she packed the inside with mirrors, and she's walking on the runway, and she opened that, and she blind RuPaul, that already RuPaul is 175 years old. She can get blind for everything.
Laser eye surgery, just like that.
Edward. Like, here's the thing: it's mirrors. So you have like this, point, like different point of views. We're talking about reflections, or we're talking about mirrors. So I think it's missing the mirror factor that make like, what I'm saying? Like she was like, let's say she's at the back of the main stage and she's ready to walk and she's covered with the cape. Right. Giving all these faces and Kiss, because she was inspired on Kiss. And then she's walking and then she do like this, boom, and it's mirrors everywhere. Honey, she's late with that.
That would have been iconic.
Because she's giving a story and she is meeting the expectations of what the Mirror Runway is asking about.
Right.
Okay, so I'll humble myself.
Right.
But Ramon, it's okay. Like stand for your opinion. I'm not gonna stop you with
right.
Stand on
nothing.
Stand on
it. Nigeria.
Like I was talking with Wellington. Wellington. Like, where's the mirrors? You know what I'm saying? It's gorgeous, metallic.
Where's the mirrors here?
Ay, girl. Oh,
She made it. She made it.
Yeah,
Oh, Wellington, she made it
Wait,
herself.
this-
Wellington.
Hey.
I love my sister, but I mean that beat my
We love you,
elimination pants
Deja.
from season
We don't
8
love the
all
look.
Yeah.
Miss Deja Skye. Miss Deja Skye.
Yeah, that one was.
I'm gonna need you to get Cynthia. I'm gonna need you to get on the phone and say, sister.
baby.
Te pasaste.
Baby, it was for her that she's designing a lot of costumes at the hotel room to get on the incidentals cars, overcharge, and break the mirrors of the bathroom on the hotel room
With the sewing
and put
machine.
them all the way on that, like, constructed type of, like, ribs.
Something.
Yes.
Girl, those ribs, they don't have barbecue for me. She's not invited for the barbecue anymore. Where's the meat? Girl, the flavor is not there,
Girl.
We love her. And then that Burger King crown. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, my God. I love her. Like we said before, Wellington. I mean, we congratulate the encouragement and the commitment of the creativity and the craftiness.
Right.
However, it is good. It meets the expectations of what they're asking for the mirror, like, the runway look. Sadly,
The closest thing I got to it was maybe the crown, and because of the fact that my mind went instantly into like mirror on the wall, like a evil witch, evil princess. That's what I was getting. But when we pan out, and it just kind of looks like a costume.
And then the
It's
little
Velcro.
mirror, and then the little mirror that she was holding didn't even look like a mirror. It looked like a pineapple. Like, what was she holding? It was like
reflective pineapple, baby.
I'm like, girl, get off the one.
Okay, so I have a question that I saw on Twitter because I twirl on the blogs. So they said that if that outfit was on a skinnier queen, that the public would have eaten it up. What do you guys think?
I don't agree.
No, baby. The materials were just completely different. That black with the little like diamonds, just it's giving elegance, and then the other thing is giving me galaxy.
If this would have been on a skinnier queen, I would have said that the entire outfit was eating them up, because this is a lot, and this outfit itself, it's a lot, and I feel like she understands her proportions, but it just did not fit the mark. It did not make sense. The chromatic tones to this doesn't make sense. The Jasmine Kennedy wig, why?
Sure.
Why? Jasmine Kennedy
Left the
wig, and Deja decided to
Right.
put it like, girl.
So I'll take that.
So I'm gonna say this.
That's her wig.
I think the story, Edward, we get the story. She was the evil queen, mirror on the wall.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this for the eliminated queens of this season. If you go to my drag niece all the way to Puerto Rico, the one and only Alyssa Hunter.
Gave. She gave.
Yes!
Oh my gosh.
And that's a mirror
waiting.
on the wall, because this
Yes!
one is a mirror, what the fuck?
Yeah.
When Alyssa Hunter posted that on her Instagram, I gagged.
You know what?
But that's
It
a
broke
mirror.
the internet. It broke the internet.
For Alyssa Hunter, because Alyssa Hunter went home way too soon.
She's
And continuously it's proven through like her when she releases these looks and these concepts that she had. Like, oh my god, I wish we would have gotten the opportunity to really see her grow, because I don't think that she was given a fair run, honestly. Because when she posted her look even for this week, oh my god, to be able to see that.
But Cynthia, you said
before. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say it's so funny because remember how we were talking about, like, you don't have to go literally like a mirror. Alyssa actually literally went as a mirror, but she did it in her own way, and she killed it. You know what I mean? She wasn't a mirror that you have in your home, like a simple reflective mirror. She took the childhood story and she made it her own, and she did such an amazing job. So I hope you were gonna make that same connection. Yeah.
No, and like
Really?
it's exactly what I was talking about. Like you were talking about, like it's very important to if we go conceptual because drag
Right.
is an artistry or
Right.
form that it can be very artistic and it can be like if ethereal and it can be abstract too.
Right, right.
Right.
And mirror, she don't have any mirrors because the bitch is a mirror.
Right.
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 Crazy
Yes.
part of the situation, and that's a good example.
Yes.
Maybe probably Ella, like you said, go conceptual, not so literal, but at the end of the day, give the message
Right.
directly.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I wish
Right. I bet you
I
she would have
could
won.
see that on the main stage of Drag Race, and we were not
Yeah.
able to see it because she was eliminated too soon. You know what I'm saying?
At
Wait,
least-
justice for
Yeah.
Hunter.
She would have
Justice
took the
for
win.
Justice.
That's
Justice. At
Justice
least
for
we know.
Hunter.
At least we know
Hashtag.
how. At least we know how you can do that look in a good way, meaning Alyssa Hunter, and in a bad way, Deja Skye. Moving on. To the next queen. To the next queen, Cynthia Lee Fontaine's best friend, honey. Her best friend, honey.
Your homegirl.
It is
Mama.
Miss George's with the
What a
thigh
Jeep.
high boots and the gloves and the little black wig and the black
Cardi.
lips.
Ooh, child.
She said that she did say this was inspired by Cardi B, right?
It gave exactly that.
She did.
Yes,
Well-
yes. Cardi used that. I think it was I might be mistaken, but I think it was Schiaparelli, the designer. I see this look because I see this look in Cardi B.
Right.
But when you are like 3 feet 7 inches tall,
If that.
You
need
you
to
might be giving her
understand-
more height.
Probably I'm mistaken, 'cause, she's my best friend. So the thing is, like, you have to know your proportions.
Right.
We saw it on my amazing, gorgeous sister Ongina, her All Stars.
Yes.
Ongina was bringing those gorgeous, crazy, high couture looks, but he was always criticized because the looks were eating her because she's,
Yeah.
She's tiny.
she's petite. She's petite.
Yeah.
So this is the case. What happened with this individual?
The library is open, honey.
I think
Swallow her.
she messed up on this look. And again, Wellington, where are the mirrors?
Where are the mirrors?
If this was a sequin, runway like Brooklyn Heights, when she have to like lip sync because of the snatch game. I trigger, and it was sequence. She, you know what? I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. With all these looks that I'm seeing right now for the mirror, all the girls were doing different teams. Am I mistaken? Like I see metallic, I see like
it's like
Galaxy.
It's insane.
Galaxy, iridescent,
Right.
sequins, but mirror is like the only one right now so far is winning for me. It's like Lady Camden.
Yeah.
Right.
And she didn't win like all the way, like
Right.
Her
that
toes.
generation, that drag
Like
queen.
this is the best one out of all of them, and that itself wasn't even like. as
This wasn't
elevated as I
this
thought it
was
gonna
definitely
be.
this was definitely not the strongest runway that we've seen all season. And I think that out of all of the seasons, this was definitely one of the ones that all the queens kind of missed the mark in the category. But after the judges' eliminations, we saw that Lady Camden does win the episode and does win the challenge of the week. So congratulations to Lady Camden. I think it was
As she
very
should.
It was very,
Yeah.
very well deserved. She was in character. She knew what she did in the challenge. And out of all of the queens, she kind of was the one that did the best on the runway as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the bottom, we have Bosco and Georges, which is like after they were tussling and fumbling, because the judges asked,
They were.
who do you guys think should go home? And I love when the judges ask this because I'm like, let's get to the
Messy.
drama, baby. Let's
Dun,
cut throats. Let's get on next, okay?
Right. Right.
So
Girls out.
all of the queens said that Bosco deserved to go home, and Bosco said that bless you, baby. And Bosco said that that Georges deserved to go home. So seeing them go at it in this lip sync was monumental. What do you guys think about the lip sync between the both of them, Cynthia?
I love the lip sync actually, and I have to say one thing. In the other hand, like we cannot deny that Miss Georges is very talented dancer. She is executed like gracefully with the body language and moves and like facial expressions. Like she's very strong lip syncer. She's the lip sync
Yeah, she
assassin of this
is.
season, period. And
She
we need to
is.
congratulate that from her. Even like for her to be so young, have the knowledge, even like for the right steps to try to embody it and translate what the song is, like the message and the definition through her body movements. It's just genius. So congratulations to her on that. But also, I do believe Bosco did a great job too.
She did a good job.
She did a good job. It was very tight. I thought, I'm like, okay, maybe probably like happened 175 episodes ago, like Jasmine and Georgia were safe at the same time because it was a tight and beautiful lip sync. But at the end, I think the energy and the synchronization of movements that Georgia's have lead her to be saved by RuPaul and then Bosco to be sashaying away.
And I also think that from that day, Georges did do better in the challenge than Bosco. So ultimately, like looking at the track record that day, also it would have been crazy to send Georges home. But
honey,
I mean, Ru does love Georges though.
Oh, yes. But let me tell you, when they asked the question, who do you think need to go home? And then Bosco said, Georges, because she's been on the bottom 3 times. And then Georges
right?
her back. Bitch, I've been 3 times at the bottom, but you've been 3 times at the bottom in one episode.
Thank you. Good.
Bitch, my blood pressure is rising right now.
No, literally.
The read.
I
And
don't
of
know,
course, we can know that, Miss Georges is shady. She's naturally shady. But that was at that specific moment, the moment that the producers of World Wonder, RuPaul, all the entire panel of judges said, wow, our Emmy nomination is coming. Thank you, Georges.
Right. Oh my God. I also
Because
don't
it
know how
was
to feel
epic.
about Georges anymore because I'm like, Georges, are you only going to give us something when you're going to lip sync for your life? Why does it take you to be there?
Well,
Cynthia
told us that she goes home, so I'm just waiting for her to go home.
She's definitely going to go home. She's not a top 4.
Cynthia told us she goes home. Cynthia told us she goes home.
This is the thing.
Sit back and relax and eat your popcorn and your favorite daiquiri or your favorite cocktail. Wishes, more peace. I love you.
I think that Georges and Bosco's both performance was equally like they performed the same this week. So that's why I was gagged. I was like, I don't know where this is gonna go. Right. And it just had to end up the way it was. So let's see what ends up happening moving forward.
But like, we are not talking about the golden ticket.
Right. I was just about to get to it. Finally, after 3,000 years, we have a new president. We did 3 RuPaul shows internationally.
Daylight savings.
And daylight savings went and came. And we finally opened the golden ticket. Bosco has the golden ticket. Woo! Finally. I was just happy that moving forward, there's no more saved. It's elimination after elimination. So I'm just happy that finally we're at the last straw of the competition where it's cutthroat. You need to bring it because there's no more saving.
Right. Well, one of the theories we had going on, Cynthia, was that the final 2, someone was gonna have the golden ticket, and then like someone was gonna be crowned the queen, and then that second person, the runner-up, was gonna open it, and it was gonna be a gold bar and have a double save, double queen. But clearly, that
would have been iconic.
That would have been crazy.
I would have been pissed.
Cynthia's not crazy about that idea.
I would have been pissed.
It's so good, honey. You guys, the only thing that I can tell you right now so far, you will gag.
Oh,
shit. It's not going to be as in comparison of other finales. Well,
so let me ask you this as kind of the last questions, and then we wrap up. Who do you think out of this cast has the potential to take the crown all the way?
I'm going to answer that in 2 parts. I'm going to answer that like the one who deserved during the competition to win and the one who deserved to continue promoting RuPaul Drag Race brand and Mama RuPaul Charles brand,
Cool. Yeah, because there's always 2.
For me, the one that should slay the crown, and I think it's the commitment, and it's like as polished as possible. Even though her snatch game was really bad. Well, actually, all the snatch games on this season were
Let's
bad.
not talk about
Yes,
it.
JJ said the day, but
Let's
it was a very hard moment to watch. They made my Sofia Vergara look that I was a winner with Deja Skye, honey. That's how bad was this snatch game on season 14. But the one that deserved through the competition because being consistent and also not just only deserve the ground, but it should be the very first time in the history of Drag Race to win Miss Congeniality too, Lady Camden. For me, I think Lady Camden. In fighting that position, Angeria. Because Angeria, oh my God, a complete package, a class of ad, elegant, very talented, and the personality is so funny and amazing. Now, for that one that should continue promoting the brand of Drag Race, I do believe Willow Pill.
Yes.
Yeah.
And battling on that too, Deja Vu.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if people were conflicted because Deja Vu, the branding is very similar as her, drag mentor, Crystal Method. But I think Deja is proving that she's separating herself.
Yes, she's definitely proven
doing
that.
her own individual, branding and individual identification and visualization as who is Deja Vu. I think we know who's Deja Vu now. We don't see Crystal Method anymore,
Yeah, no.
That's how I see, like
agreed.
The one that should win through the competition versus the one that is the one that maybe probably represent that branding of Drag Race,
Right. Well, here on the podcast, every time we about to end the episode, we always like to end with our Shantays and our Sachets of the week. So we but we cannot pick with whoever won the challenge or whoever went home. So in this instance, this week, nobody went home, but Bosco was safe. So outside of Bosco and outside of Lady Camden, who are your Shantays and Sachets of the week? I'm going to start. I think that my Shantay You Stay goes to Willow Pill. She did amazing this week. And I definitely want to see more of her. And I agree with you, Cynthia. My Sachet of the week goes to, and it's so sad for me to say this because I was a fan, but Georgia's. I think that we've come to the conclusion of this is all she's gonna give us. Like she has reached her limit, and I don't think that. And she's definitely gonna learn and become a better queen, and get better at it. I could definitely see her back on All Stars and doing great. But right now, I don't think she can give us more. She's not a good actress. She's not a good comedian. Next week is a roast, so I don't know how that's gonna go. So ya yo veo.
And Gaia is spilling the tea right now.
Literally.
So Luigi and Mario are kissing right now. They kiss a girl and they like. Woo!
That's my sachet of the week and my Shantays. Eli, go ahead. What are your Shantays and sachets?
I think my Shantay is gonna be Diabetes, and I'm just gonna tell you why. Although I wasn't completely sold on her look, I feel like ever since she was so hungry for a win, and when she got that win, that really kind of like catapulted her into the competition. I feel so. Like I said, although this look isn't my favorite this week, I am proud of the progress she's made so far. So that's why she's gonna be my Shantay. Now my sachet, I think is gonna have to be. I'm between Georges because I feel like she's kind of like plateaued. And Georges, I started off the competition, Cynthia, loving Georges. Like I loved her look, I love her energy, I love her lip syncs. I just loved everything about her. But I feel like
very talented.
Now she's taken the place of somebody who could be of somebody else. Like I would hate to see somebody go home over Georges because I feel like somebody else can bring more in the upcoming episodes. And I feel like we've seen the Georges has to give for now. There's always room for improvement. She could come back again or just improve her craft. But for right now, I think that Georges, in my opinion, has reached her peak. And I think that's why she's going to have to be my sachet.
Edward?
Georges, if you hear this.
Yeah, I would say my Shantae for this week, I would give to Angeria just because I do think this was a week that she was playing strategy and was like, all right, let me not bring too much attention to me because I'm not the best actor, maybe not the best dancer. We've already heard her say she likes to sit and bark and look pretty. So she's like, let me get a role that's going to keep me here. And I think she executed it in a smart way to just play this middle ground and not take, the lead role and not fall behind either. Because we had Bosco who had this lead role and fell behind. So my sachet for this week would go to Georges as well. I think that we're often saying don't rely on your body to like the smaller queens, and this is also one of those moments to realize like how it could also kind of like fuck you up, because I don't
Right.
think it suited her body well. So
Right.
I do think she's still talent, and for us to say it's her peak, I don't know. I'm fingers crossed that she gives us more, but if it was to be this week, I would have to give her the chop.
Yeah.
Raymond.
So my Shantae, I would give to Diabetes. Like Eli said, I think she had a pretty. She was good in the Rusical, and I liked her look. I thought she did really good. I'm a fan of her. I think she's progressively getting better and better. And even though she's a freaking dragon on the show, I think she's just good. Like I really do like her. I really appreciate her drag more and more. My Shantae, no, my Sashay is gonna have to go to Bosco. Edward, you just said about relying on your body. That's a girl that all she does is rely on her body, and I'm really tired of it. I love Bosco. I think she's a great drag queen. I think she's awesome. But first of all, baby, you got like the main role, and usually in Drag Race history, you want to play with the big dogs. You better give it, or you're going home, baby. So I feel like she needs to just either get the fuck together or get the fuck out.
Cynthia, Shantae's of the week, Sashays of the week.
Oh, I was waiting. Okay, so Shantae for me, it's Diabetes. Daya looks gorgeous on that beautiful pink attire when she executes her role on the Rusical. You know, the beautiful thing about Daya is like you guys said, you know, the hunger, that is starvingness for the crown, and that she wants to do good. And I appreciate her on that, because we know at the beginning of the first 2 episodes, sadly, she was eliminated.
Yeah.
So she is taking this opportunity, not in granted, like she is going in.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, because she really, it's taking this opportunity serious, you know?
Right.
Right.
You can see that. You can see that, the way that she talks. And even people, a little bit of the fans were like, you know, in different like type opinions, you know, mix of opinions, because they're like, oh, she's coming all the way like super bitch. She's coming across like a bitch, whatever. No. If you are going to compete in anything, even if you're going to compete as the best cashier at Walmart, honey,
Right.
you're like starving for that cashier, like that aisle number 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to be the best.
Beep,
You know?
beep.
Exactly, girl. Like, oh, I'm gonna be like, you know, scanning all these products in 1.6 seconds, and then after that, I'm gonna drink a smoothie.
Right.
So I like that beautiful, you know, for me, it's beautiful energy of competition from Diabetes, and she's giving us all these great and amazing RuPaul moments for the show that we expect for a competitor. It's really nice, and she's well put together. I love that she's almost like 8 feet tall when she getting drag. She looks
right,
so beautiful and tall. She gives us this realness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, the Shantae is on her. If the Sashay is very interesting, guys, you might be very like, but it's 2 persons.
2.
If we have to judge by the episode and the obstacles and the, you know, custom malfunctions and the miss on a mark on the runway, Angeria.
I was gonna say her, but
I hope, and I'm gonna tell you why. When she was like, as soon as she accessed and she like access on the stage and she was doing her number, you see the back part of her costume was disattached. And I know, like, I use like those clips, you know, to attach, like, you know, those like extra skirts and everything. You have to make sure everything is on place, everything is on point, because what happened to her happened to me too. I lost my shoes, you know, those things that you can prevent, especially her, that she's a front runner. Because she won already 2 challenges, and she proved herself, and she proved to the panel of judges and to everybody that we're watching, she is perfection. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it comes to those terms, just only for the execution, not for the talent, because the bitch can steal the crown, honey.
Right.
We can have that crown going all the way to Atlanta. Yes.
Yeah.
It was on that. And not be a hater. I admire this individual. You know, it was just not, you know, the comment that she made, you know, about my car, which now I didn't have a Land Rover, but okay.
Period.
I'm on the category. You know, I do believe on the sachet away, it's George's. Because in 178 episodes that we have already on the season 14, acting challenges, it doesn't meet the mark of acting, you know. she is a great lip syncer, you know, and we know in our hearts that's why RuPaul love her. Because she
Right.
got the best lip syncs of the season. And
Yeah.
we
Right.
can admire her because she's an amazing entertainer, amazing dancer, professional dancer. Congratulations. Even if she said that she don't learn the choreographies. At the end of the day, the bitch figure it out and the bitch execute and the bitch
Right.
shine like a diamond, you know?
Right.
But the complexity of a package that the TV show is looking, it's about personality, character, execution, and diversity of talents.
Right.
You're a dancer. What else you can bring to the main stage of
Right.
drag?
Right. Yeah.
Are you an actress? Are you a comedian? Are you a singer? Are you a rapper? Are you a street walker? Something have to
Right.
come out from this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do believe if next episode is the roast, she better step out, you know, her game. She already, we know she is shady because she burned on the stage Bosco, telling her like a shady moment. Reading challenge, she was good. This episode might be for her to stand out and get the
Right.
opportunity. Boom.
Let's hope.
But if she get on her head and she get on her nerves too, this might be bottom again, and maybe probably we don't know what next is gonna be for
You're gonna
her
only
competition. You know,
Oh,
so for me,
Georges.
that's my sachet. Away.
Yeah.
Well, that is on
Love it, love it.
period. Listen, that is all she wrote. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of The Tug, the Reality Rundown's official Drag Race recap podcast. We have new episodes every Tuesday, so smash that subscribe button so that you can stay updated with our show, all of our amazing guests. Cynthia Lee Fontaine, thank you so much for joining us today. You were
Thank you.
incredible.
We
We
love
hope
you,
to have
Cynthia.
you back on the show. Tell everybody where they can find
Yes.
you and anything that you're selling. Plug your shit right now.
You know what? Wellington, Li, Ramon, and Edward, thank you so very much for having me on this amazing and very, very interactive podcast. I love it so very much.
Oh my God.
You can find me on all my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. I have a TikTok. Me,
Yeah.
108 years old with it at Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Also, this month I have a surprise for all of you. And next month I'm gonna see you guys at DragCon, May.
Yeah.
Notice that this month you better stay tuned and follow me on my socials. And also, you better bitches follow this board because this podcast is amazing and represent a little bit that, you know, the feeling and the voice and the opinions for all the rest of the fan base of RuPaul Drag Race. So I love you guys. I wish you the best and stay tuned for more, okay?
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Guys, I love you guys for coming this week. Every week, I'm the one that's always missing. I love everybody. Cynthia, again, thank you. To our listeners, we love you. Subscribe, and until next week. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
You decide the shade.